ahead how to avoid the summer brain drain. While your kids are enjoying the summer, there are still some things that you can do to help them train like an athlete. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. If your children are like most, thinking about math is probably the furthest thing from their mind right now, right? But it doesn't have to be that way. There are plenty of things that you can do to help your kids avoid summer brain drain and keep their math skills sharp. So joining us right now is Jana Frank, owner and director of Mathnasium. That's a learning center in Oak Park, River Forest, in that location. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about this. So what happens about this time of year? Because here we are, August 1st. The kids have been out in most of the city, not as long as the suburbs, but they're starting to feel that noodle, that wiggle there.
Right. Well, it's the end of the summer, and so they haven't been thinking about school or math in a really long time. And so it's like you said, the summer brain drain, and we call it the summer slide.
So how do you get them, Jana, then to want to jump in and do these little tricks? You got to be slick. You got to be creative with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So at Mathnasium, we make math fun. That's what makes us so unique, and that's what parents can do right now. So there's a ton of ways to integrate math into the things they're already doing. There's a lot of games you can play. So, for example, if you could have a family game night, you could play Monopoly and have them be the banker. You can play Racco. You can play blackjack as long as you don't gamble. That's a great way to test mental math skills.
I love how you're throwing that out there. Even Go Fish, even Uno.
Yeah, number recognition for really young children is really important. There's so much about literacy and recognizing letters, but numbers are just as important.
And you say, even if it's not a game, walk around the house. There's still so many things that you can do. Talk to us about that. You
can involve your kids in cooking, have them measuring things. You can have them estimating time. How long is it going to take to do something? You can have them, you should have an analog clock in your house because most kids don't know how to read one. Isn't
that amazing? Because isn't that how you learn how to tell time?
Yeah.
You had an analog clock. Now the digital things make it easy for kids.
Yeah, it's really sad. I mean, this is a really awesome watch, and I don't think kids when they grow up are going to get one because they just use their cell phone.
And let me ask you this, Jana, is it difficult or is it an easier way, or same games or rules apply when you're trying to teach boys versus girls? Because sometimes they say girls struggle a little bit more with math.
That's a really good point, and we don't treat them any differently, no. Okay. At Mathnasium, we make sure everybody gets equal treatment. It's really important. We have a lot of female instructors, in fact, because it's important to see female role models for math.
Let me also talk to you about this one. This is another tip that you have. Have kids count money, play with money. How many times have you gone to the store and when the register goes out, the person that's helping you out, they're clueless. They do not know how much change
I know, it's really sad.
Yeah.
So one of the things you can do is start having your kids handle money. So it's easy, just grab some change in your purse and give it to them and have them count it. Tell them if they get it all, they can keep it. Have them, if you're running into the store, give them cash, not a credit card, and have them figure out how much change they're going to be getting back, things like that. If you're going to the store, have them help you pick out a budget of things you can get. There's all these things we're already doing. Just involve your kids in them.
And I love how you say, even if it's, okay, we're going to the store and that's $1, I want 5 of them, how much is that?
Exactly, it's so easy.
Yeah, we take it for granted. But you're saying these are just the fun, slick ways that parents can do. Any other tips that you want to give us this afternoon? Because sometimes, like you said, it's the beginning of August and their brains are starting to just go get a little jiggly like the Jell-O.
Well, if there's one skill that's the most important for students, it's their multiplication. If they don't know their multiplication skills, they're really going to struggle. So you have a month or maybe even just a couple weeks left. And so it's a great time to start working on those.
And let me ask you this, in what age should you start playing some of these games, doing some of these things? I know multiplication is going to come a little bit later.
I have a 3-year-old nephew who knows the quadratic equation. So you can start them really young.
He's smarter than me.
But even in kindergarten, they should be counting by 2s, counting by 5s, counting by 10s. That's multiplication.
It sure is.
So.
Okay, and you say, too, make it fun. Play with a deck of cards. Make your own deck of cards. Is that some of the video that we've seen out here?
Yeah, we have our own cards at Mathnasium, which we use. We don't use flashcards. Kids tend to shy away from that. So when we are practicing these skills, and that's something easy to do at home, just grab a deck of cards. Multiply every number by 5. Go. And make it fun.
Even when you're in the car, you say there are things that you could do just to keep their mind exercising, and it's fun for them, too.
Exactly.
If people want more information, Jana, where can they go?
Mathnasium.com. There's over 40 locations, so there is one in your neighborhood. Just put in your zip code, and you will find out where to go.
Make it fun. Okay, so it's 12:50 right now. The show's over at 1 o'clock. How many more minutes I got?
Oh, that's great.
10 minutes. See how creative that was? need to do that to my 17-year-old.
Exactly.
All right, thank you so much. Good to see you. That was fun.